And so today, the news trying to take this back, going back to this stupid Russian story, which I believe is a complete nothing burger. I just think it is absolutely nothing. Just remember that until Crimea was annexed, Barack Obama was urging businessmen to do business with the Soviet Union, with the Russians. He was going over to Russia. Obama was accompanied by businessmen and by CEOs and saying we need to invest in Russia. This is going to press the reset button. Blah 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 blah, and all that money was going to establish and strengthen the regime of Vladimir Putin. I mean, this is what Obama did. Until they annexed the Crimea and he started to impose sanctions, he was helping out the Russians. Of all those businessmen, very, very few of them had anything to do with Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump did very, very little business with the Russians, less than a lot of people who were following Obama's lead. So when they say, oh, Paul Manafort, he was over there representing the Ukraine, Obama wanted them to do that. He asked them to do that. So now they've got Jeff Sessions, and they are claiming, I mean, they've just gone nuts. Elizabeth Warren says he has to quit. And even Lindsey Graham, who is like a useful idiot for the Democrats at this point, he's saying, if any of this is true, he has to recuse himself from investigating the Russian ties to the Trump campaign and all this. Al Franken, during his confirmation hearings, asked Jeff Sessions confirmation hearings for Attorney General, this question, and I'm going to play the whole thing, leave it to you to have it in context. This is the question he asked, and this is Sessions' reply.
CNN just published a story alleging that the intelligence community provided documents to the president-elect last week that included information that, quote, Russian operatives claimed to have compromising personal and financial information about Mr. Trump. These documents also allegedly stated, quote, there was a continuing exchange of information during the campaign between Trump surrogates and intermediaries for the Russian government. Now, again, I'm telling you it's coming out, so, But if it's true, it's obviously extremely serious. And if there is any evidence that anyone affiliated with the Trump campaign communicated with the Russian government in the course of this campaign, what will you do?
Senator Franken, I'm not aware of any of those activities. I have been called a surrogate at a time or two in that campaign, and I did not have communications with the Russians, and I'm unable to comment on it.
Okay, so it turns out that during this time, he was on the Armed Services Committee, and he did meet with the Russian ambassador a couple of times. He says in connection with his duties as a senator, not as a surrogate for the Donald Trump. I mean, it's the Russian ambassador. Everybody's met with him. Everybody in Washington meets with these ambassadors. And so he met with them a couple of times. Now they're saying, oh, well, this is perjury. This is perjury. Completely forgetting, by the way, that Al Franken himself committed this act of perjury here.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Every word untrue. I mean, every single, and under oath as well. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. You know what? I'm going to pause here before we get into the bright part of it all. I'm going to pause to say goodbye to folks on Facebook and YouTube. Come on over to thedailywire.com and hear the rest of the show, or subscribe and watch the rest of the show. Plus, put your questions in the mailbag and have your life changed, possibly for the better.